In Hebrews 1:3, the author of Hebrews uses the radiance, says that Jesus is the Son is the radiance of God's glory. So he is the radiance, like the beams that you see coming off of a light. When the source is something you're not actually seeing, you're seeing the radiance, like the rays of the sun or the light from the sun. Well, he also, when it says he's the express image of God's hypostasis, what he says, the exact image or representation of his, the Father's hypostasis, being is what that means. Underlying reality, substance, that means being. It's the same thing. Your being is your substance, is your being is your substance. Um, the word for image or representation is the Greek word character, which is a word for a signet ring, actually the stamp that is left on a signet ring. and I mentioned this in the Hope Spot. If you want to listen to it, and I'll just mention it here and I'll land. Perfect illustration. Because the signal, I mean, the stamp from a signet ring represents the authority of a sovereign ruler. In the case of the Roman emperor, it's infinite, it's unlimited, ultimate power and authority that is invisible, unmeasurable, unknowable, unapproachable. You know it's there, but you can't interact with it. You can't approach unto it. You cannot see it. But when the Caesar's ring makes a stamp onto a document or onto whatever it is, that is the logos of the king's authority. That is the visible representation of the authority, the exact representation, image, the character of that vast authority of any sovereign ruler. It can be a governor too within his realm of governing. His authority is absolute. It is ultimate, and it is also equally an immaterial, invisible reality that you cannot see. And this is what John says, the same thing John says. No one, in John 1:18, no one has seen God at any time, because you can't. He's bigger than you could ever imagine, than you could ever fathom, than you could ever see or encounter, and more transcendent than you could ever approach unto. Notwithstanding your sinful, being tarnished with sin, sinful state. But Jesus, he is the one who exegetes the Father and makes him known. Explained in John 14:7 by Jesus. If you would know me, you would know my Father also. And now, from now on, you have seen him and known him. And Colossians 1:15 by Paul. Jesus is he the Son is the image of the invisible God. So that's what the writer of Hebrews is saying. Hebrews 1:3. Jesus is the character, the image, the visible representation, like the authority of that of the king